Hi, I'm Jeff Glick, and I am the CFO of Schultze Asset Management. Thanks for having me here to discuss the finance and operational side of fundraising. As a long-term CFO, I have sat in numerous meetings with potential limited partners, and I understand their concern about finance and operation and how that will impact their investment in the fund. People invest in people. Very simple. And you need to show somebody why they should invest in you. So there are 7 key issues, I think, out there. And you should include these in all your fundraising meetings and literature. Tell the story. Why are you here? What's your background? Did you come from industry? Did you come from a hedge fund? Did you come from a big shop, a small shop? What's your passion and what's your motivation? Why are you doing this? And what do you do? What's your strategy? What's your investment process? Everybody has to tell the same story. Teach your team what the strategy is and what the process is. Because you're going to have meetings at different levels with different people, and they're all going to ask the same question a different way to different people. So everybody needs to have this down. What's your competitive edge? What's your value to the process? Where do you come in where other people don't? What do you do? Risk management. What do you do with risk management? How do you do it? What processes do you have? What formulas are you using? And is it followed? Who's in charge of it? Is there compliance involved? Is it documented? And everybody has to know the rules. So when they interview me and they interview the head of operation, we all have to have the same story. Very important. And we have to do it also. Size appropriate best practices. A $250 million fund is not going to have the same practices as a $5 billion fund. It's just not going to happen. But you should have a plan to improve it as you gain assets under management. Quality of providers. Stress that you have quality providers, that you've gone and did the due diligence on them just like they're doing it on you. Explain to them why you use certain people if they ask, and have the answers. Know who they've worked with. Know the size of the funds, and know why that provider is good for you. And that includes your custodian, your PB, your admin, audit, tax. They might even ask you about cybersecurity. Know what's going on. Operational risk. It's a simple subject. People understand if you lose money in a investment, there are risks. They know that. You could be a high risk fund, a low risk fund. However, operational risk is not accepted. Talk to them about your annual compliance reviews. What do you do after you get the report? Do you implement the changes? This just isn't something you throw in the files. Best execution. A lot of money is being spent on brokers. Are you getting good value for them? What are they bringing to you? Are you getting deals? Are you getting great execution? Have the metrics about this and know it, and document it and do something about it if you're not. You might want to change. That's okay, but have the reasons to change. Portfolio meetings. Document that you have them and document that you're doing something about them. Have a process. First 10 minutes, we talk about new deals. Then we go into existing deals and maybe exit deals. Have a process that's repeatable and have the right people there and do something about it. Who are your outside advisors? What do they bring to the table? Why are they there? Have some history of what they've done for you. They brought in this deal. They had an idea for a new tax treatment of one of our holdings. That's critical to show that you have brought in your scope of important people. Investors now are looking for someone who can help them with the swings in the market. What are you doing about that? How are you hedging? How are you focusing on what's out there and what's next? We're trading and working in an environment that it's unknown to us. There hasn't been a pandemic at this scale for over 100 years. And what are you doing about that? Bring up how you manage risk post 9/11, 2008, the tech bubble burst. This is important to show investors that you have experience, and most important, you've learned what works and you've learned what doesn't work. And how are you going to implement that and teach your team about this? Very critical. As we all know, we're in uncharted territory here. We have the pandemic, we have an incoming administration. We don't know what's going to happen, and we don't know what industries are going to be impacted. Will some industries take off because of the tech around the pandemic? Will some industries never recover? Will some just go sideways? And what do you think are those new industries that we need to be concerned about and look towards? And having said all this, what does your team consist of? Who are these people? All this is critical to the success and the understanding of what you're doing and how you're going to do this and how you're going to safeguard those assets of your client. And why are you different from every other investment firm in your strategy? I think the best thing is that you have access to opportunities across the liquidity spectrum. The breadth and depth of these investment opportunities is critical. Why did you get into this one deal that no one else got into? Why are you in this pool of side pocket investors in other funds? Why are you there at the table and no one else is? That speaks to you as an investor and you as a person. We're going to go through critical gyrations. And how are you set up to invest your clients' money? In general, there's a lot you could do at these meetings to show that you have the operational and financial infrastructure to manage your clients' money. Thank you very much. Really appreciate this, and best of luck and health in 2021. We'll need it.